Good morning, today's 235. Actually sat on our initial issue this last night, so we'll have a good chat about that in a second. Before I start, obviously like and subscribe. Fill me with comments. Share my pain. But anyway, what we're doing at the moment this morning, we're trying to just pull some levels to find out where the slab pour has gone horribly wrong. So could be us, could be the concrete company, could be a mixture of both. Either way, it's not hard to try and work out levels of water and making sure water flows in the direction you want it to. But for some known reason, we just don't seem to get it ever right. We used all different concrete companies. We've treble checked, double, treble, whatever checked the work we've done. Can't work out what the hell keeps going wrong all the time. But anyway, let me show you. So obviously we've settled since last night. So as you can see to the road, we're definitely straight, which is a good thing because the road is meant to be going downhill and the path is meant to be straight. The line on the wall over here is the 4-inch mark that we physically need to be lower, which is the back of the garage floor. So it means that from the back of the garage floor to here, we've got a 4-inch run. What we don't have at the moment, which we are going to pull in a minute, is how far are we from the front of the garage? So this line here, how far are we from a flow from here? Yeah. How far? Yes. So how far are we from here to here, which is about, I don't know, let's say 30 foot. And how many inches is that wood, which is the gate track, how lower is the gate track than this point here? At the moment, when you put a level on here, it seems to be level, saying that it's completely flat, and it shouldn't be. It should be running that way, but we're not running that way. And at the moment, the water is settling there. Now, the water also runs along this edge, runs round the back, because obviously when they laid the floor, they laid it with a pool in the corner here. We put this drain in the corner, and the water obviously pours into this corner. So either way, it either comes from the slab into this corner, or it comes around the back and out of this drain into this corner. So at the moment, obviously, we have some solutions being drilling and putting in gutters to ensure that when the water continues here, it actually finds its way back out. So that's one solution. Second solution is put up with it, obviously, and have it so that it runs along here and comes through here, and I don't know. Or we literally take the whole thing up and start again. Or part of it and start again. Do we literally score a line in the concrete and dig out one piece to ensure that it doesn't do it? But either way, when you lay water here, as we did last night, we sprayed water here, and the water here ran forwards and went down into this gap here. And the water left, worked its way around this corner and just went all the way down here and just sat here. So within reason, water on the middle, the left and the right lands up running backwards to here. So obviously we can't have that. Solution being, drilling and putting a pipe all the way along. That's not really a solution. That's just another patch to another problem. Really what we should be doing is, whilst the concrete is still curing, we should be digging it up and starting again. It pains me to say it, but the job has not been done right, whoever's responsible, and it needs to be rectified properly. Anyway, on a positive note, we're going to try and get more blocks up today. So it was 110 yesterday, we'll try and do another 100 today. Once we've actually got some of the odds and sods tidied up round here, I'm going to get one of the other masons up here as well, get them laying blocks. I want the garage done sooner rather than later. But there's a few things that do need to be done. So the door edges and the window edges have to be done so the painters can do what they've got to do. Another one here, for instance, can't finish that wall until the concrete's on the roof, but at the same time the window jamb needs to be sorted as well. So it's just trying to get some of these little odds and sods tied off so that we can actually start painting and leaving rather than painting and coming back. We've obviously got to plaster in the staircase element here and get that all finished off as well. And hopefully today we've got door frames coming and doors, so we can get the carpenters installing the door elements to here as well. And at the moment the mason's downstairs doing the actual the door frame into the basement downstairs. So once that's all done, then again we can get that painted in as well. So obviously lots to do today. Unfortunately going over our footprints even in the sand, but nothing new there in Barbados. But look, we're here with the right attitude, we're here with the right drive and want. Just unfortunately, we just keep getting it wrong. So fingers crossed we can get it right at some stage in the next day or two on certain things. Try and get this place painted up and finished and complete. I'm still trying to find stones for over here. No one on the island seems to have stones for some unknown reason. It doesn't even have to be stones. It just seems to be, in the quarries, just large rocks. That's what it needs to be. But for some reason, no one seems to have them. When you ask for a bloody mile, they deliver you a crap mile with loads of rocks on it. So I don't know why they can't deliver you rocks. But anyway, I'm going to try and get that sorted today because I want to try and get that built up and that backfilled as well. So at the moment, it's just a few teething admin problems we need to get nailed. So fingers crossed we can get those finished today and start seeing the formation of a garage or lean-to. But anyway, I'll update you a little bit later on. It's time now, 10 to 9. I'll update you in and around 11/12 o'clock. Okay, so we're 2:30. Let's have an update. Up here, we've had the frames that were done. Just quickly primed in. Here's had an extra bit of paint on the walls. And the ceiling is going in as well, so we can actually get that plasterboarded after the electric has been done. And then we've also skirting board for the house as well, so we're now in the midst of just priming those. Probably get a couple of coats of primer on them, might even leave it as primer, see how it goes. But at the moment I want those as flat white as possible so we can start installing those in the house. Obviously this staircase, as you can see, is nearly done, so the next stage is going to be getting this all filled in, all the block holes filled, and get this plastered off. And eventually this will be boxed up and sealed after the door frame has been installed into here. So we've got a double door frame going in there, like a set of French doors. We've got the downstairs door frame that's been cut in, which is good. And we've now got that being sealed up. In here, we're sweeping up around here, making things look prettier. Prettier, is that a word? So, Bristol slacked off a little bit today on the blocks. See how many's done. Okay, so the driveway. We've had our construction man out, the concrete construction man out to look at the solutions. Solution 1, dig up the whole thing. But with the rebar and all the conduit that's been put in the floor, it's going to be an absolute mission to do that. Option 2, box drain. 6-inch all the way along here to the end. Put a box drain in here so the water comes into the box drain. And then 2 options, either take it through the wall there, which is illegal here, or T-junction into a 4-inch pipe, and again chase all the way along here 5 to 6 inches and try and take the again, make sure it flows, sorry about the wind, make sure it flows all the way down here, then out to the driveway. So that is the option we have, and at the moment it looks like the option we're going to go for. So tomorrow we're going to get one of the wall behind disc cutters, and we're going to literally cut 6 inches all the way along here to the end, and then 6 inches all the way along here from this seam, and we're going to go and buy the box gutter and give that a go first. Everything in my body says don't do that, just get the whole thing taken up and start again, but I'm just so done with actually having to mess around with concrete. We've had the landscaping man out, so he's going to be here Tuesday. He's going to be putting topsoil all the way through here, and then he's going to be planting grass seeds all the way along here. Grass seeds meaning the buds, not the seeds themselves. So they buy in the actual buds. They dig a round hole, they stick the actual grass in, and then it blooms and obviously grows out. So they do them about 6 inches apart, and they'll do the same in here as well. So eventually they're going to take the soil here up to level, and then again they're just going to plant loads of buds all the way through here, and obviously they'll eventually grow into each other. Our gate track obviously is sitting there waiting for us to deal with what we're going to deal with here, and Smithy's been digging out the drainage. So the garage roof drainage we've had there, as you can see, we've had lots of people driving over it, which is pleasant. So we've got to cut it back here, put 2 45s about here and take it over to here and build a new curb, because at the moment everybody just keeps reversing up and crushing it. So rather than take that risk of having it destroyed in the future, we're just going to get it redone. And we were thinking about potentially coming into the drainage here, but there's going to be a lot of water coming off the roof into these 2 drains that are going to go all the way along out to the road. So adding more, another 30 foot by 25 foot's worth of water into it, it's not going to be the best idea. So box gutter all the way along, connected to a drain pipe going all the way out to the actual the slope itself, and then just literally end it there and have it come out onto the road. That's the option we've come up with so far. But my gut is saying, take it up. Tyson in the house. So yeah, how many blocks so far, Bristol? Bit slower than yesterday. What's up with you? Is that it? Just the blocks we got? Yeah, I'm going to get on the phone to Ready Block in a minute. I don't know why. They've been messing us around for a week now. They keep saying they're coming. They're not coming. Yet we've bought and paid for them. So I'm going to give them a call in a minute and find out what the hell's going on. If you're watching this video, Ready Block, where are our blocks? I ordered 600. I paid for 600. And every day you've been promising me they're going to come and they don't come. Mike, sort it out. I want it this afternoon and you're not even responding to my text. So I'm going to call you in a second after this video. For anybody, try and hold on to the money until they deliver, because at the moment they have the money and they seem to just take their time. So anyway, other than that, obviously we've still got to get the rocks for the French drain. There's still something we've got to try and do. So I'm going to make some focus in a minute, see if I can find someone to get the rocks here, because we can't get that finished off until we get the rocks obviously to the height needed. So that's another set of phone calls I've got to make in a minute. But other than that, what time are we at? 2:30. Still a little bit more left of the day. I'll check in and give you an update soon. Okay, 6 o'clock, wrapping up. I've been fitting kitchen today, so I've not been out a lot here today. But down here, blocked up. All blocked up. Air holes going through. Good idea. Guys have been doing the ceiling inside here, and they've been doing the roof. Also, the door frame down in here as far as what's been done. So yeah, doorway's been plastered in. Down here still has to be finished off, so we'll get this all plastered in tomorrow, but these beads have been put on. Waiting for that to be plastered in. Push that over the manhole. So yeah, I won't go in there at the moment, but obviously in here they've actually painted the walls again. And put the roof supports in, waiting for the plasterboard. Obviously trunking for the last to go in first. More blocks have gone up today, but not as many as yesterday. Not too sure what went on there. So it was 93, 110. Be interesting to find out how many went on today. And then obviously we have the saga with the water on here as well. So it's been agreed at the moment the best plan of action is going to be to put a box gutter from this corner here all the way down to here. Connect a 4-inch pipe there and run it all the way down to the road. That's the cheapest and easiest option. The most expensive option would be to take the whole thing up and do it again. But anyway, tomorrow I'm going to get the guys to plaster the roof here, get all that painted in as well. So it's another thing we need to finish off and get the guard wall where the patching work here was done and here was done, get that done as well. And then I want both masons, if I can, tomorrow on the blocks. I want the garage up to height by Friday. Bear in mind it's Friday tomorrow. So at close play tomorrow, I want the blocks up as high as we physically can. I want to start the boxing for the roof and the formwork Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll try and look at getting poured at some stage next week after rebar's been done. So that's pretty much where we are so far. So not a great deal has happened today, because a lot of probably 2 or 3 hours are spent trying to work out, scratching head about what went wrong with the patio. Driveway, sorry. It was pretty obvious. We didn't give the run needed. We needed 4 inches of run on there, and we've landed up with half an inch, sorry. So after a couple of little slight issues from the concrete company itself, the run that we had was just eroded. So I don't know what happened, but we were meant to have had 4 inches from here down to the beginning of the garage, then another 4 inches from there down to the very end. But for some reason we had 4 inches for the whole amount, and most of it was eaten up in the garage. So it means by the time we got down to the very end, we had hardly any run at all. So note to self, get involved on all levels and make sure you sign off before you allow people to carry on. I've got to take responsibility, but I just thought they'd know exactly what they were talking about, and I left them to it. And as a result of that, I got bitten on the arse badly. And here's my family. Anyway, checking out for tonight. Please like and subscribe. Comment on my bad luck. Go easy on me. And I'll see you tomorrow.